What if I told you the way it has always been done is not the best way? Facing your fears will change your life. The passion behind this journey is merging two separate worlds into one with the goal of creating value and awareness for a better life.
I'd rather be sidelined trying to achieve greatness than watch greatness achieved and it only set on the sideline. Now introducing your host, Jacob Emery.
This episode is brought to you by R&R Pipeline, an infrastructure company. Our purpose? Enhancing America's infrastructure with a safety-driven, integrity-led culture that provides an environment for team members to grow and thrive. Throughout the years in business, I have learned there are three types of people in business, in life, and in leadership roles. Really, at any phase of life as an adult, there are really three types of people. There are people that are better than what they give themselves credit for. So the people that kind of lack confidence, lack self-doubt, some may see it as humility, and it may be humility. Sometimes, though, it is a lack of confidence, a lack of understanding their value, a lack of worth internally. So there's a lot of people that are much more skilled, have much more value, are doing a lot better than what they think they are and what they give themselves credit for. And there's also the gap. The gap mindset is something that you only acknowledge what you have not accomplished instead of acknowledging how much you've grown. And it can be detrimental mentally to you if you are a gap-minded person. You can take that gap and always look at it, and what happens is you're always chasing something that you can never obtain. The goal is unrealistic, never something that you can actually get. So people that struggle to recognize their worth, I'll plead with you this: don't be arrogant, don't be egotistical, use humility for your ability, but understand your value and be confident in your value and know when to use that value in certain places, but don't sell yourself short. Take the gap mentality, look at it into the gain mentality, have gratitude for the growth that you've been able to acquire, and you will absolutely prosper in life. Try it out, it's amazing. The other type of person is someone who tells you that they're way better than what they are. And this person is ego-driven, insecure, not really confident. They're masking confidence or covering up the lack of confidence with their affirmations. Shouting affirmations, telling someone how great you are, is normally not a sign of strength. It's normally a sign of a weakness. So the people that are arrogant, overbearing, very loud, tell you how great they are respect-driven. They desire to have respect and they're not giving it, so they demand the respect. Respect is earned. You don't demand respect. If you have to shout affirmations about how much you deserve this thing or someone should respect you and they don't, maybe that's a time to look in the mirror and say, hey, am I really worthy of this thing that I think I should have? And a lot of time, people are not. So you don't become confident by shouting affirmations in the mirror, but having a stack of wins so undeniable, the proof is so undeniable that you are who you say you are. And whenever you know who you are, you're confident in that, you're willing to be vulnerable, willing to take the loss, willing to fail because you try, you become much more confident internally. The self-confidence grows so much because you're aware of, I don't know what I don't know. I'm not that person going to shout affirmations. I'm not the one that just says what he wants off the cuff. I'm not going to answer a question without being confident in the answer. I'm not going to tell you that I know what it is when I don't. Understanding that vulnerability is just part of the journey. It is okay to be vulnerable. There's nothing wrong with it. If you don't know something, you're better off to acknowledge that you don't know it than say that you do know it and be wrong and know that you're wrong or know that you're unsure. So I would rather not speak up on something if I don't know or admit that I don't know and look like a fool than to open my mouth, say that I do know with confidence and say that I do know with a conviction and actually be a fool. Because saying that you do when you don't and you're unsure, that's what a fool would do. So don't be a fool. If you don't know something, be okay with being vulnerable and understand that the loudest person in the room, the person that is talking about themselves, demanding respect, is oftentimes not someone worthy of the respect. So them are the first two type of people I've been able to come across and understand how they operate. You have the one that's better than they think they are, and then you have the one that's not as good as they say they are. What's the third one? So the third one is the one that has recognized one or two for themselves and then acknowledged that. The third person is someone that knows their ability, they know who they are, they know why they are the way they are, they know what the confidence is all about, they understand their place in the world, they understand what they want out of life, and they live on their terms with conviction. They don't apologize to anyone for doing what they want to do. They have good intent with this thing that they're trying to get, and they're comfortable with it. My attorney, Jim Havens, told me once, he said, I always overvalued other people, undervalued myself. And when he said that, I thought, wow, that's really powerful, because he's acknowledging that he valued other people and was wrong. And he undervalued himself and was also wrong. And Jim Havens is hands down one of the most intelligent humans I've ever met. Aside from just being an absolute stand-up, amazing father figure to myself and to so many others, he undervalued himself, and he's so intelligent. So understand it can be detrimental to you until you grasp it and understand it. Who are you? What kind of person are you? Do you demand respect, or are you respected? Are you humble whenever someone compliments you? Do you believe it when someone compliments you? It's a fine line between humility and ego. Ego-driven decisions are normally based on love or fear. A lot of our decisions are based on love or fear. But if you look at your decisions with intent and effort, I'll stand by it all day. I don't look at it with the outcome. The outcome is what it is. If your intent is great, your effort is max effort, then the outcome is going to play in your favor either way. Because it's either going to work out the way you thought it should, or it's not going to for some other reason, and you're going to learn a heck of a lesson from it. So just remember, there's three types of people that I've seen personally. The one that isn't as good as they think they are, the one that tells you they're better than they think they are, and the third one, the one that knows who they are. Which kind of person are you? Figure it out. Watch your life change.